Hello everyone, Brad Johnson here, and I wanted to do a very special video that reflected on helping to heal children. And so this is a video all about healing for children, and what I'm going to be talking about relates to that of what I've termed the forgiveness box. Now I'm pretty sure a lot of us would like to have this type of technique, especially when we look back in our childhood, because basically through the majority of the people that I've talked to from all over the world, a lot of it has represented that they have sealed a lot of trauma within themselves, and there was no teaching, there was no opportunity, there was no tool or technique that would allow them to work with the emotions that are buried deeply within them, especially as children. As children, we are like sponges. We absorb everything that we come into contact with, physically, emotionally, mentally. And we start creating barriers and beliefs that have been inherited through the means of our parents, our siblings, teachers, and so forth. So what this really represents is being able to work with your child. This can be an average between 2 years old to about 10 years old. It could even work even a couple more years older than that as well too. Basically what you would do is if you feel that your child is going through some very stressful or anxious or even just aggressive, whatever it may be, types of emotions. And basically what you're doing as a parent is you're sitting down with them and you're talking to them. You're just saying, are you feeling upset? Are you feeling angry? Are you feeling anxiety? Whatever it may be, something that they can understand. And what this forgiveness box is it's something that you and your child create together. It's just a simple little box. It can be made basically out of anything you want, whether it's made out of cardboard or paper mache, whatever it may be. But what you're doing is you're decorating this box. This is what you're telling your child is making this box as happy, as loving, as joyful as possible. So if that's decorating it with crayons, if that's painting it, whatever it may be. But you're putting so much love into this forgiveness box. So we're really just putting a lot of heartfelt energy into this little box that we create for our child. Once that box has been created, we give our child a piece of paper. Now again, if they're about 2 years old, yes, they probably don't know how to write yet, but what you're doing is you're just saying, share on this paper how you feel. Share that emotion. Share what you're feeling right now and just create something on it. When your child, for example, is having a lot of anger, they will often take that piece of paper, they'll grab like a crayon, maybe they'll start scribbling all around the paper. That's great. That's exactly what we want. So you're really just encouraging your child to go very, very deeply into that emotion and just scribble it on the page. If they're old enough to write, write it down. But write it down in a way that really helps them to express the emotion that they're feeling. So if they're angry, they might write, I am very angry, right? They might want to use different colors for that. That's fine. Let them decorate it in any particular way they wish. What's important is that the raw emotion is coming into that piece of paper, however it is produced. Once they have finished, you're just asking them, are you finished? Did you get all of that out on that piece of paper? And they will acknowledge you. So what you're going to do is you're going to really just take a look at that piece of paper and saying, thank you. This is beautiful. You have done so well. Really just complimenting your child in being able to get them to share their deepest raw emotion with you. That's a very important thing. That is a circle of trust. And so you want to encourage that. You want to compliment your child as much as possible with that. Once they're done, you're just telling them next to take that piece of paper and fold it up. Fold it up to the point where it's small enough to be put into the forgiveness box. Now you really want to relish in this moment. When they're folding up the paper, you're basically going towards the forgiveness box, and it's just something that is awe-inspiring. We're going into love. We're going into something so beautiful. And we're opening up that box, and you get your child to put that piece of paper inside that box. What's also important that I forgot to mention is with the forgiveness box, make sure you have a lid. Very important. Okay? That lid can just be, again, anything that you want to create, but make sure it does have a lid on it. Because once your child puts that piece of paper into the forgiveness box, you're now just blessing that forgiveness box with so much love, with so much positive energy. Next, you're just taking the lid and you're handing it to your child. And you're telling your child, as soon as you put this lid over the box, that emotion will be completely gone. And now your child is very excited because they will know they don't want to feel that way anymore. And so they're going to take that lid and they're going to put it on top of the forgiveness box. As soon as they put that lid on the forgiveness box, praise them with compliment. Tell them, you did it. You did it. Look how loving. Look how amazing. Look how happy you feel. Look how happy you are. Look at it in your face. Right? Just really compliment them. Really bless them for their willingness to do this. And I can basically guarantee you that after that's done and you see that smile on their face, that emotion won't come back to them, right? So it's all about being able to use that forgiveness box whenever another emotion comes up with your child. Because it could be anxiety in a different form. It could be anger in a different form. But in regards to what you did in that moment, that leaves imprints on your child. This is also a lesson for you as well, too. That you are now getting the signs of knowing that when your child is very emotional, that they may pout, they may cry, they may have temper tantrums, etc. But now, even in the most subtle ways, this is helping you to work with your child, and it is helping, most importantly, to remove any particular type of emotional trauma so they do not have to face it when they're older. They're now able to look at the trauma right now while they are fresh to the energy of innocence, and they are now able to work with you and resolve this emotion. So what children respond to mostly is fun, is encouragement, is blessing them, is sending them love, participating with them, making them feel that mommy and daddy are loving what I'm doing here. They're participating with me. They're helping me out. That's a greatest compliment because you are their entire world. And so when you're helping them with the forgiveness box and they help to heal those emotions for themselves just through your cooperation, you will not have a child that is full of trauma as an adult. And that is basically bypassing that energy altogether in a very positive way. So this is something that I recommend for every parent. I myself am a parent and even an upcoming parent as well too, with a third child on the way. So this is definitely something that I'll be using as well. But this really has come to me in an intuitive download and something to share because I have a lot of clients that have kids. And one of the big questions is, can I really work with my child to help them forgive themselves with their emotions? What can you do with emotional balancing as it comes to children? Well, this is one of the things that I would recommend. Create the forgiveness box, participate with your child, bless them, praise them, compliment them as they participate in this exercise with you. That can help them to relieve these traumas. So again, in adulthood, they will not have to face them because they are at peace with it during that time. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Brad Johnson, and I look forward to speaking to you again in the next video. Take care, namaste, and may it be well with you. Goodbye.